Hey, welcome back. So, I've been asked why I did a Let's Play for Red instead of Fire Red, and the answer is pretty simple. It's because I wanted to capture the essence of what the first generation really was. Because, well, Fire Red is designed to be modeled on the first generation games, but it's basically the same as the third generation games otherwise, and there's a lot of stuff that's actually different, such as all the new moves and abilities that have been introduced since then, the EV system. So they're really third generation games, and that was the first generation that I wanted to review. So that's why I chose Red instead. So this guy is telling us here that you can use those ledges to jump off of, and you can get to Pallet Town quicker that way while skipping the grass. Well, I'm not gonna do that because you're missing out on some useful experience, even though they're just level 2s and 3s and 4s. That's still pretty valuable, especially since it comes by rather easily. They're not really tough to they're not really tough to beat, and that's pretty valuable experience, especially since there's another blue battle coming up soon, and he'll have pretty buffed up levels, especially his Pidgey. So I also got Leech Seed while I was talking. That's a pretty cool move. Even in game, I'd say it's cool because if there's an enemy you think that you think can be rather tough, you can Leech Seed him right from the start, and keeps the HP flow going without having to necessarily use potions. Not that you really need to use potions too much in this game, but that's pretty good, especially for gym leaders, the Elite Fours, things you might not have the advantage on. Especially I'm thinking of Sabrina, especially since she's a psychic type and all, and psychics are really dominant in this game, so you need every little edge you can have, and Leech Seed is quite nice. Never mind the fact that the Bulbasaur line is weak to psychic moves, but never mind. Now I'm getting healed for the first time. Whether that woman is actually Nurse Joy is up to interpretation for once, because it's in red and blue it seems like just a regular woman, and while in all the others clearly looks like a nurse. In yellow she even has the signature Chansey by her side. And this guy here is gonna talk to us about Caterpie and Weedle, and he tells us basically beware Weedle's poison, which isn't quite a problem because Bulbasaur is immune to poison anyway. Wow, this guy is pretty good. Is it written on my face that I came from Pallet Town or something? Well, that's certainly convenient, because at least I can get Oak's Parcel, though I can't buy anything at that Pokémon yet, and that's not much of a problem really, because I don't really need potions for the time being, and I can't catch any Pokemon either, so so much for that. So I'm going to explore Viridian City a little. Oh yeah, that's that little school building, and I'm taking a peek at her notes. Yeah, that's not creepy at all, you know. Some unknown dude barges into the classroom, starts peeking at the notes of the students, and I keep turning the page on top of that. Yeah, and she seems to be completely oblivious to that. So here there's some advice on how to catch Pokemon, and I turned the page again. Damn! Is she sleeping or what? Jesus, sorry, I can't get away again! When is it gonna end? So now I'm getting the rundown on what are gym leaders and the Elite Four as well. Yeah, that's it. Oh, now she wakes up and says, "Don't look at my notes." Wow, that was long. So if I remember correctly, that blackboard has a description of status ailments. Yes, that's it. So, you know, I'm gonna show it to you because You wouldn't like me if I didn't show you every last corner of the game, would you? So here we go. I'm showing it to you. Whoa, wait a minute! Did I just read Burns lower speed? Since when is that the case? I don't recall Burns ever lowering speed or something. Maybe that's Gamefreak's first attempt at misinformation. So, while we're looking at statuses, I might as well tell you that Freeze was much more powerful in Red, Blue, and Yellow because it pretty much lasted forever unless you were hit with a fire move, and now it's basically just a watered-down version of Sleep. Whoa! Once again, time out! Paralysis may cause Pokemon moves to misfire. I thought all it did was reduce speed and give you a 1 in 4 shot at full paralysis, but causing moves to misfire? Do they mean like lowering accuracy or something? Let's keep exploring town a little bit further. We can't go to the northern part yet, you're gonna see, because there's a guy lying half dead in the way or something. I don't really remember why. We're gonna go and check that out. See? This is private property? The whole northern half of town? Is it his property, including the gym? Oh, he hasn't had his coffee yet. That's some reason to throw a temper tantrum. Whatever. And while I'm doing this part, I'm also trying to upload part 1 to YouTube, and all I gotta say is, damn! Long upload is long! Spearow, named Speary. Wow, that's creative! Simple names are the easiest to remember. Well, tell that to all the parents who give their children some completely stupid names. It's like impossible names are impossible to pronounce are all the rage these days. So why is he giving anyone lessons? Not that I actually approve of giving your child some weird name that no one can even pronounce, let alone write. So see what I was talking about? I'm going through the grass instead of just jumping off the ledges because, well, that's good experience and it's really easy to come by, especially in a game where you can't fight trainers more than once. There is no Versus Seeker, no match call, not even that annoying cell phone from Gold, Silver, Crystal, so you really need all the experience you can get. And it fits with a policy of mine according to which I rarely, if ever, run away from a random battle, not just in this game, but in just about any RPG ever. That's part of why I always end up over-leveled, no matter the game. Take Mystery Dungeon 2, for example. When I beat Darkrai, both me and my partner were level 100. And you may have noticed this, but in this game, Gust isn't super effective against my Bulbasaur because, well, it's normal in this game. I don't really know why. My guess is because they didn't want to give Bulbasaur too much of a disadvantage going right off the bat, with Pidgeys right from the start. They pretty much changed that in Gold, Silver, Crystal by making Gust flying and by giving Pidgey Tackle at the beginning instead and have it learn Gust at level 9 or such. Here I'm going to take another power nap since I'm in the area, and I am going to head for Professor Oak's lab next time.